Good afternoon. I am Lisa Steimer, the Senior Staff Associate for Professional Development at the Connecticut Association of Boards of Education. I'd like to take a few moments to explain the CAPE-CAPSS Convention mobile app and how it can benefit you. But before I begin that, I'd like to explain how to log on to the Mystic Marriott's Wi-Fi once you arrive at the Marriott for the convention. The Mystic Marriott provides complimentary Wi-Fi to all convention participants. To log on, you have 4 simple, easy steps. First, you're going to connect to Marriott Lobby. Then, click Connect with an Access Code. Then, you're going to enter the password, which is Blue Sky, B-L-U-E-S-K-Y, and it's all lowercase letters and it's one word. And then simply go to a browser and open a web page. Now you don't need to remember that and commit it to memory. We will have that printed on various publications that you will receive when you arrive at the convention site. So now how to get prepared to use the app when you're at the convention. You can download the app by going to www.cabe.org, clicking on Professional Development, and then clicking on 2016 CABE-CAPSS Convention. When you scroll down that page slightly, there is a QR code that you can scan with your mobile device. This will start the app download process. When you launch the app for the first time, you will be asked if you wish to receive push notifications. In order to get late-breaking news and workshop evaluations, please accept push notifications. And this is the page that you will land on once you launch the app. That lasts about 30 seconds. You will then be brought to this page, the home page, and you see there are 9 buttons on this page. I will briefly go through each button for you. The first button that I tapped on was Agenda. When you tap on this button, you'll have several functions available to you. You can simply scroll down the page to view the convention at a glance. So if this was a live active page, you could just scroll down and continue to see all the workshops and offerings during the convention. You can also tap on a gray star in front of a session or an activity to add it to your schedule. The star will turn yellow once it's tapped on. Once you've tapped on one star or more, you can tap on My Schedule at the top of the screen to see your selected programs only. You may view workshops by strand by tapping on By Strand at the top of the agenda. This gives you the option to tap on a strand to see the offerings within that particular strand. You may also view a workshop description and presenters by tapping on the arrow next to a title, which you would see right here, and you can see the workshop description here. You can tap on speakers for a list of the presenters for that particular workshop. Bios for presenters can be found by tapping on the arrow next to their names. And here you see an example of one of our presenters' bios. Going back to the home page, the next button that I'd like us to look at is Sponsors. And this button shows those who have generously donated in sponsoring the CABE-CAPSS convention. So if I click on the Sponsors button, I will get a list of our sponsors. And again, if I tap on a gray star in front of a sponsor's name, that star turns yellow once it's been tapped on. And once you've tapped on one star or more, you can tap on Favorites at the top of the screen to see your favorites only. So here we have the list of what I have as my favorites right now. You may also tap on each sponsor name and be brought to a page where you can tap on the website to go to the sponsor's website. So I tapped on American School for the Deaf, and then if I tap on their website, I get brought right to their website on my mobile device. So that's a very simple function within the sponsor function. I'm going to go back to the home page, and I'm going to tap on the next button in the top row, Exhibitors. And this will show a list of those exhibiting in the convention exhibit hall. So right now we have 2 exhibitors, and you can again mark your favorites by tapping on the gray star in front of an exhibitor's name. And the star will turn yellow once it's tapped on. Once you have tapped on 1 star or more, you can tap on favorites at the top of the screen to see your favorites only. And you can tap on each exhibitor name and be brought to a page with that organization's contact information. And here you see the contact information for the CABE booth. And you should know, as an aside, that that list will be much more populated when we get to the convention time. We're still working on securing exhibitors for the exhibit hall. So again, it will be a much longer list for you to look at that point. So I'm going to go back to the home page. And I'm going to start on the second row of buttons here. If I tap on speakers, I will be brought to a list of workshop and general session speakers sorted by last name. So you can see our speakers here. And you can also do favorites here as we have with the other screens. But if I tap on a presenter's name, I will be brought to his or her bio. And then I can also tap on the agenda to find out which workshop this presenter is presenting in. So I see the workshop title and the time. Now if you go back 1 screen by clicking on the arrow here, you'll be brought back to a list of general session speakers that you can see here. So right now, these are the as of the time of the screenshot, these are the 3 general sessions that we have planned. If you tap on a speaker's name, you'll be brought to their bio. So here you see our Saturday morning speaker, Nadia Lopez. So that's very easily how you use the speaker function within the app. So once again, I'm going to go back to the home page. And as you can see, the very middle button here is Twitter. So if I tap on that button, I'm going to be brought to a Twitter feed of all the tweets that have been sent out using the hashtag CAPSS 2016. And you can see that hashtag right here. It's all one word. And this is a great way to see all the convention-related tweets in one place. And during the convention, people will be tweeting using this hashtag, and you can just click on refresh down here at the bottom of the screen to refresh the tweets that are appearing in this feed. That's the Twitter function, very simply. I hope that you do tweet from the convention using the hashtag CAPSS 2016. When you do, your tweet will appear in this feed for all to see. So I'm back at the home page, and I'm going to click on Map here. You'll find several helpful tools within this button. As you can see, you can access the site map, which is the floor plan of the Mystic Marriott, or a GPS with several locations. I'm going to tap on the site map first. And you can see here that this is a floor plan of the convention space that we use at the Mystic Marriott. We still will provide you with a paper copy of this map, which will be larger and perhaps easier to read. And again, we will still have staff people from both CABE and the Marriott in key locations directing people to workshops as necessary. Now, once I go back to the Maps page here where we started just a moment ago, I can also click on GPS Map. And as you can see, there are 2 pinned locations here right now on this map. And there may be more pinned locations when we get to the convention. The pin down here in the New Haven area is for a convention sponsor, CCER. And I tapped on the pin and I got their address. You may also get directions to this location by clicking on Get Directions here at the bottom of the screen. And if you want more information about CCER, you can tap on the eye in a circle for information about them. And as you can see, I've clicked on the information pin, and here is a description about CCER. You can also see here that you have some social media icons. You can click on any one of them and your social media followers can receive information about CCER or whatever pin that you click on. You can also tap on the notepad here and take notes on this place. Another pin that we have on the GPS map is the Mystic Marriott, the site of the CAPE convention. If you tap on the pin in the Groton area, you get the address for the hotel here. You may also get directions by tapping on Get Directions at the bottom of the screen. As you can see here, we get a map with the directions, and you can click Start to begin your route to the Mystic Marriott. Additionally, you can get information on the 2 pins by tapping on the map as we just did, but you can also tap on Places to get the list of pins. So Places, Pins here. And by tapping on any one of these locations, you can access the information that we just discussed. And again, back to the home page. Something for a little bit of fun during the convention here, we're starting on the bottom row of buttons now, is the Frame It button. This allows you to take pictures using a convention-themed frame. So when you tap on Frame It for the first time, you will receive a pop-up requesting access to your camera. To use Frame It, you will need to grant this access. So click on Open Settings. And then here, just make sure that you've given access to your camera. And Frame It works just as your phone camera does because it's using your phone's camera or your iPad or your tablet's camera. So you may take either a portrait photograph with the frame here, or you may use a landscape frame. Now you have to turn your head sideways to see this, but trust me, this is the landscape frame. So I'm once again back at the home page. If you tap on the hotel button, which is in the bottom row, the middle button, you can make your hotel reservations. The guaranteed rate of $149 for our group is automatically built into this feature. When you tap on the hotel button, it brings you to the CAPSS convention website. And if you scroll down on this page just a little bit and click on clicking here in the 3rd paragraph right here, you'll be brought to the Marriott's reservation page, and you can see here that it's populated with dates that people may be staying. It's the Mystic Marriott, and then you just go through this process of making your reservation. Again, be certain that you're getting the $149 rate. It is built in, but I always like to remind people just to double check that. The next button from the home page again is registration, which is the button in the bottom row, the very last button. And if you tap on that registration button, you can register for the CAPSS convention. You can see here that you were brought to the CABE website, and if you were to tap on Register Now, You'll just follow the registration process that you would from a normal desktop or laptop computer. It's the same process. So I'm back to the home page once again. Beyond the 9 buttons that really are the bulk of the information in the app, I want to show you a few additional things that are available to you within the app. And the first one I'd like to show you is the alerts feature. So if you tap on alerts down here in the bottom row, this will take you to a screen that has a list of alerts. Those alerts that have not been read yet have a red dot in front of them. The messages that I have read have no dot in front of them. So you would tap on a message that you wish to read. You may either dismiss or view a message after tapping on it. I am going to work on the assumption that you're going to view your messages. So by tapping on View, you will find your message. In this case, it is a workshop evaluation. I cannot impress upon you enough how important it is that you complete the workshop evaluations in this way. Once you do it the first time, you'll find it so easy to do. It'll save you time, and actually it saves the CABE staff quite a bit of time at the end compiling the information, because we do take this information very seriously and want to really examine it and take note of what you all have shared with us. Additionally, besides the workshop evaluations, some of our sponsors will be sharing notifications via alerts. Another feature I'd like to share with you is the Share App feature, which is in the bottom. So to share this app with others, you arrive at the convention and one of your fellow board members or superintendents has not yet downloaded the app, and you want to say, well, hey, here it is. This is how you do it. This is how you do it. You would tap on Share App here at the bottom of the screen. And this will give you a QR code for the app. So someone with another mobile device can simply scan the QR code from your mobile device to start the download process on their mobile device. Additionally, you can share the app by tapping on one of the social media icons at the top of the left top of the screen. Here you see Facebook, and you can just post something on Facebook. And here you see a tweet that you can share as well, and you can tap that to share it. You can also email the link to somebody to download the app, and you would just need to add the recipient's email address here in the To field, and as you can see here is a link that will take them to the app. Back to the home page, you can also refresh your app to make sure you have the latest information, and you would do that simply by clicking on the refresh button here, and it just makes sure you have everything. So any of the alerts you have received, anything like that, everything will be up to date. Or if we've added something that you don't receive an alert for, by tapping on refresh, you've refreshed your screen and it will be there. Well, I just tapped on settings, which is the far right hand side on the home screen, on the home page rather. And this has very limited function, but it allows you to read the privacy policy, check the granted permissions. The app defaults to English, and at this time that's the only language it's available in. But that's this page. Again, you probably won't have much need to be here, but that's what it's about. So sprinkled throughout the app, you will find advertisements from some of our convention sponsors. I encourage you to tap on the ads to learn more about our sponsors and advertisers and exhibitors for that matter as well. So after having watched this webinar, if you have any additional questions about the convention mobile app, please let me know by contacting me at lsteimer@cabe.org. Thank you very much for your time, and I look forward to seeing you at the CABE CAPSS Convention November 18th and 19th at the Mystic Marriott.